Hey everyone, what's up? It's Babylonius from WalkingTheWind.com here with another video commentary guide. This time is Mythic Chronomatic Anomoly. So this is the second boss in Mythic Nighthold, following Scorpion. So let's get down to it. So as you may notice, we appear to have a little bit extra time. I actually started my Chi Wave early enough that I should be able to get 3 stacks of hit combo. Let's minimize that advertisement. So I should be able to start the fight with 3 stacks of hit combo. Excellent. A little bit of lag as we go in, it appears. Great. So like I said, wow, a lot of bit of lag. So like I said in my heroic fight, this first phase is my heroic commentary. Sorry, this first phase is pretty easy. He kind of goes right into the time passing more quickly. Again, when time is passing quickly, you have to really make sure that you're watching your hit combo. It's very easy to drop your hit combo. I am annoyed with the amount of lag that is happening right now. So my job in this fight was to go with some of our demon hunters and other Windwalker and kill these ads and stun and interrupt them. So Windwalker, something like leg kick is very useful to interrupt these ads. They're, like I said in the heroic one, they are just a little bit too spread out to hit with one Fist of Fury for all of them, but something like Whirling Dragon Punch or Spinning Crane Kick can be very useful. There's also a lot of magic damage on this fight, so you can mitigate that with Diffuse Magic. And because there's so much movement, something like Transcendence is incredibly useful. So I highly recommend learning how to use Transcendence. So now we are in the slow phase. The slow phase is, even though it's a lower DPS, it's kind of my favorite phase because I like things to be a little bit slower, easier to manage, and you also move slower. But it's much more difficult to drop your hit combo, which, if you've done this fight, you'll know is very easy to do in the quick phase. So during this time, we're just kind of attacking the boss. He will do his power overwhelming explosions, and then someone else, typically a tank, will interrupt him, which will change the flow of time. Like I said, this part is primarily single target. So as you can see, we've got the next set of ads coming up in 20 seconds. This would be a good time to set your Transcendence back here to the middle. If you're going out to kill the ad, if you're following the boss, then lucky you. But like I said, my job was to help kill the slow ads, or the other ads that appear on the side without the boss. So this would be a situation where I'd set my Transcendence there. Then Flying Serpent Kick helps you get over there very quickly. We had an interrupt rotation. You really primarily just want to interrupt the Warp Nightwell. That's the bad one. Not entirely sure what it does because I don't really prepare, but that's the one that I was told to interrupt, so I interrupted. But then he splits into 4 parts. Something like Storm Earth and Fire is very useful to kind of split damage, get you a couple extra stacks. Like I said, because things are a little bit too spread out for Fist of Fury, you kind of have to default to Spinning Crane Kick, even though there's not technically enough stacks. So this would be a situation where I would ideally Transcendence back in, although with the orbs you would want to kind of make sure you probably had a defensive cooldown or something. And like I said in heroic, and you can see me doing now, I have Touch of Karma up. I'm standing in the little orange swirlies. They kind of drop slow. It's very easy to monitor. Although, as you can see, I took an extra 1 or an extra 2 beyond what my Touch of Karma would absorb. So try to avoid doing that. This third ad is really typically the most dangerous because it's during a slow phase, so you do less damage. So as you can see, it takes me a little bit longer to get over there. This is when my group bloodlusts. I believe that's kind of the generally agreed upon strat is to bloodlust here to maximize damage on these slow ads, because you don't have a lot of time before this one, between killing this one and when the next one spawns. On one of our attempts prior to this, we did have 2 ads up at once, which obviously meant a wipe. So this is really the hardest part of the fight. You want to make sure you have a cooldown up potion for this fight. For this part, as you can see, time is passing a little bit quicker now, so I'll start dropping my hit combo more regularly. I had Storm Earth and Fire up, but then it fell off for these ads. But these ads are very useful for something like Leg Sweep, because it helps to stun them all at once, which you want to stop them from casting Warp Nightwell, because that causes AoE damage. So as you can see, we got the other slow ad appeared right away. I nearly died because I wasn't avoiding the blue stuff. Taking pretty consistent hits from the blue stuff that should be easily avoidable, but I didn't avoid it because I suck at this game. So this time is passing a little bit quicker for some of this, and then it slows back down. So killing this ad isn't that bad, at least as hard as killing the previous ad. But you know, here again, I had Storm, Earth, and Fire up this time. I planned it correctly, so my ads were able to, or my Storm, Earth, and Fire was able to get some additional stacks and do some additional AoE damage on them. When time passed slowly, so does their casts. So you have a little bit more time. Ideally, you want to stun or interrupt towards the end of the cast. That kind of gives you the maximum time between their casts. Flying Serpent Kick is a very good way to get from one place to another, as is Transcendence, which I never utilize as appropriately as I should. So this is kind of the last burn phase, trying to beat him before he starts casting Power Overwhelming, before he summons any additional ads, or pretty much just blows us up. So this is the last last burn phase. Not many people have their cooldowns up. I dropped hit combo there for really no reason other than my own incompetency. But really, there's not a lot to go on. This fight looks and feels a lot more chaotic than it really is once you get a little practice into it. So if you're just starting with this fight, try to take things one at a time, and focus on survival. There's a lot of things that won't necessarily kill you, but when combined with something else, will absolutely kill you. So this was, I believe, the second kill of our guild. So, oh man, nope, we don't want an ad. Stop. Go back. Oh man, I gotta get better at this. So, yep. So that's Chronomatic Anomoly. Hopefully you enjoy the video commentary. I know it gets a little wonky because I'm kind of just making it up as I go. I don't really have a plan. But that's pretty consistent with how I prepare for raids. So hopefully you enjoy this video and the other videos. If you like the content that I provide, please like, comment, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at Babylonius Monk. You can support me and Walking the Wind through Patreon or PayPal. Find me through Discord, stuff like that. Let me know your thoughts on this style of video, if they're useful, if they're not quite professional enough for your taste, and so on. So let me know your thoughts, and like I said, if you like this content, please support me through Patreon and keep me doing all the stuff that I'm doing. So hope this answers more questions than it creates, and until next time, I will see you later.